Hi, this is Omar Kasha with SVT team. I'm recording this video for the purpose of showing you that the radius and TechX does not work on the switch. The switch that I'm talking about is SM10T2DPA, and as you can see it from the video here, so this is the switch that I'm talking about. The firmware version that I have on it is this one. I don't have any configurations on this switch right now. It has the default IP address on it. I need to change the default IP address to a DHCP IP address so I can connect to the Radius server and the TechX server. Alright, let me go ahead and do that. Before I do that, I want to show you that I do have access to the server, because the error that I indicated to you, Ingrid, earlier was I have a server disconnect, and you thought that maybe I don't have a connection to my Radius server or the TechX server, and I want to show you that I do have access to it by pinging, having a continuous ping to the switch, to the servers. The IP addresses for the servers is 192.251.1.240, 103. This is the Radius IP address, and you can see that I can ping to it just fine. And now let me go ahead and show you that I can also ping to the TechX server, which is the 104 IP addresses, 192.251.240, 104. I would leave this pinging, the continuous ping, to go on this for the TechX server, just for the purpose of showing you that I do have access, and I do have a continuous access to the TechX server. So let me go ahead and change this one here right now. Okay, I just enabled DHCP, so now I'm changing the 168.1.77 to my DHCP IP address. Let me see what IP address I have, and as you can see, I do have that DHCP IP address 192.251.144.107. Now let me go ahead and connect to this switch via GUI. So I'm going to go to 192, and it's 107 over there. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the configuration. As you can see, I don't have any configuration at all on this switch. Let me go ahead and configure that right now. I'm going to enable it. 192.251.240, 103. And I'll also do the same thing for the TechX as well. 192.104. Okay, it's all done. Now let me go ahead and give an access to the SSH so it can connect through SSH. Let's do the TechX now. As soon as I click on SSH to give access to that, I get this error, server disconnect. And this is what I was telling you all along, Ingrid. If I go back again and I show you that I do have access to the server, I'm still pinging it from my computer. However, I don't have access from here to from the switch to connect to that server. I don't know why this is happening. I will also show you from the same video that I can connect to my management switch and I can configure a TechX on it, and it's going to work. So let me go ahead and show you that even though that I can ping from my computer, then I'm not going to be able to ping it from the switch. and this is what I was telling you. So I can ping it from there, from my computer, but I cannot ping from the switch. So now if I go into the switch and I try to ping it, .192.251, and I'm pinging the radius server right now, or the TechX server, whichever I try to do, and I will get a server disconnect. And the same thing also applies to the radius server as well. Server disconnect. Now I will go ahead and configure my management switch, and I will show you that it's going to work. So let's go ahead and do the TechX. I'll apply that. I'll go ahead and do the authentication method, and I will give an access to SSH to that. Okay, as you can see, it worked from the GUI. Now let's go ahead and do the terminal. I'll do SSH. .192, and I'm SSHing into the switch. 192.251.144.106. Okay, as you can see, I'm in the switch now, and I was able to do this. So I'm not sure why it is working on the switch and why it's not working on the switch. I think that this is a big bug that you guys maybe want to look into it. The other thing that I also wanted to mention is as soon as I configure TechX or radius on the SM10T2DPA, the switch freezes up, and you cannot do anything with that switch. If you go in here and you try to look at what took place, if the changes that I did took place, nothing happens. You don't see anything on here. And if you try to do anything, for example, to look at the IP address or to change the IP address from DHCP to the default IP address, it's not going to work. So I do that. Okay. See, I'll get the same errors: authentication error, server disconnect, and that also applies to the same thing here. So let me show you from here. So now if I go to IP and I do DHCP disable, you also get that server disconnect. So this is the problem that I've run into, and this is caused by just changing the radius configuration or the TechX configuration. I hope this will clarify your questions that you had, Ingrid. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to do a team viewer session with me, let me know, and I can come in early in the morning one of these days and we can do it together. If you have one of your engineers to work on this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Alright, thank you. Bye-bye.